Hey folks, just back from I just couldn't help myself. You all know how it is. We got to dig, you know. We need to get into those crates every now and then, and I haven't bought anything in a while. Well, it felt like it anyway. So I went over to Canesville and Council Bluffs, and went up to the dollar room because I really don't, as you know, I'm trying to watch my money. I did good. I only spent $10. So in a way, this will be sort of a response, but kind of a talk along the lines of Lazarus recently did a video about essential bargain bin records or dollar records, and you know, I think I maybe have one of those and don't want any of them, you know, and it's not an insult. It's about who we are as people. This is an example of the kind of stuff I look for. If I were in a bigger city, I'd probably have a lot more luck. Here in Omaha, the pickings are getting pretty slim. So I bought 10 things. And the first thing I bought was, where's my other one? I pulled it out. Well, I got this for $1. There's a riot going on. I got it to replace my, I pulled it because, yeah, I pulled it because I have this album. Had it for a while, but my copy, as you can see, has got a crap cover. You know, it's all marked up and stuff. And this one's in better shape. The other thing is that it's stand. So, I mean, I've got several beat up copies of that. So I have a replacement cover for this. That'll go. And There's a Riot Going On is a good Sly album. Not one that I play much these days, but absolutely, this is a remarkable album. It's amazing that it got finished. As high as Sly is on cocaine, you can hear it so badly on the album. He is so high. Such a shame. Okay, these are the other things that I found. What I'm playing is an album by Giles Reeves and John Goen. I have one other album by Giles Reeves. He came to my attention during the New Wave craze that happened back in the 80s. I believe it was the 80s at New Age. Not New Wave, but New Age. Was it the late 80s, 90s when New Age caught on? And this is an artist that got signed and I would hear on Hearts of Space. Now, his music, I'm listening to it now, reminds me of people like Richard Bermer, a little bit of Jean-Michel Jarre, not quite as electronic. It's maybe a little bit of Andreas Vollenweider. I think this is very good. And it's just nice music. It's instrumental. I'm trying to listen for a reference point right now. I would say it has an American sound, not a European sound. This is very good. This is my second Giles Reeves album. I found this today for $1. Good find for $1. Cover is cheesy, but this artist is peerless. So I found this for $1. Dream Machine by Paul Horn. And no, I guess I'm not one of the ladies that he was maybe thinking about warming the cockles of her heart with this cover. It ain't working for me. Just got it home, so I haven't played any of these except for the Giles Reeves I'm playing now. But for $1, Paul Horn. It's in immaculate condition, as you can see. Perfect condition on the Mushroom label. That was nice too. I didn't know he had anything on the Mushroom label. So that was nice for $1. Again, these are the kinds of things that I'm looking for cheap. This one, I had just found a George Cable's album, and shit, there they had one there for $1. Didn't have an inner sleeve. Thankfully, I have some extra ones. But once again, on the Contemporary label, which is a good jazz label, to my knowledge. I found another George. I'm about to show it to you, folks. But Circle by George Cables for $1 on the Contemporary label. This is my kind of dollar finds. I ain't putting nobody else's down. Just defining myself. That's all. Just defining myself. This is the kind of stuff I be looking for cheap. George Cables. circle. Let's see who's on here. I didn't even look. I just saw George Cable's butt. So, oh yeah, Joe Farrell, Rufus Reed, Eddie Gladden, Peter Erskine on one song on drums. That's a good dollar find. The Giles Reeves here is sounding really nice. Okay, here are the other things that I found. Some neat stuff, actually. Found this, David Sanchez and Tone. I didn't have this one. I've got two of his other albums. David Sanchez played with Peter Gabriel for a while. Other people, but the guy is great. It's somewhere between fusion and prog. Now, I haven't heard this album in a long time, but I love David Sanchez. I love his music. And Ernest Carter is on drums here, so this is going to be good. It's a little bit worn here. Might have some soul-type vocals on here. That's all right. His composing is excellent. David Sanchez in tone. Peter Gordon, I associate him with the New York school of jazz and no wave or kind of modern New York artists. This was for $1. Peter Gordon's Brooklyn. So I just grabbed it, again. This is just something, again. This should be interesting. At the very least, this should be interesting. Oh, man, it's in perfect condition on the FM label. So once again, somehow this is it's a promo, I see. Probably never got played. So Peter Gordon, Brooklyn, for $1. This is probably going to be good. This was interesting. I didn't know this record was out. Back in the late 60s or early 70s, there was a minor hit by one-hit wonder called the Neon Philharmonic, and the song was Morning Girl. It was a pastiche on psychedelic pop that got it right. I have the album. If you've never heard it, it's worth it for the last 30 seconds alone. Amazing. Amazing. I found an album by the guy, Tupper Saucy, who was behind Neon Philharmonic. I don't know if this is worth money, but it's definitely worth something to me as far as, I haven't heard it yet, but in the history of pop music, discovered Tupper Saucy. This was my find of the day. I haven't heard it yet, but Tupper Saucy was the guy behind Neon Philharmonic. Didn't even know he had this. The Neon Philharmonic albums are really cool. Kind of somewhere between sunshine pop, pop psychedelia, and pop genius. I flipped when I found this. Really? $1? Oh, obviously nobody knows who Tupper Saucy was. He died a while ago. Also on a label it's on the Monument label. I mainly knew of this label because of Boots Randolph as a little boy, the guy that did Yakety Sax. Once again, I'm aging myself. Many of you young people don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But this, I'm looking forward to playing. This was definitely a good find today. For $1, discover Tupper Saucy. This was a find. This was yeah. Another find. Well, this one, I don't know. It could be really bland, but I went ahead and bought it for a couple reasons. Masayoshi TACA, Jolly Jive. I am not familiar with Takanaka off the top of my head. I got to look him up, or her up. But I saw it, Jolly Jive. I said, I don't like that title, but I looked at it, and then I noticed it's on the Kitty label. It's a Japanese import. $1 sold. What the hell? I'm going to find out. This will be interesting. Wonderful. It's intact. It's a Japanese import intact with the inside. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This might be kind of jive sounding, maybe. We'll find out. But this was for $1. Japanese pressing on the Kitty label. I got to clean it up, but $1. So this was a nice find today. We'll find out if it's any good. This could be cheesy. It could be. But for $1, I don't mind finding out. Last two, great records. This one I was really happy to find. I'm not sure. I might already have it, but for $1, you don't pass up Carla Bley for $1. Heavy Heart. Might have this already. I'll check and see. On Watt ECM. Carla Bley for $1? Look who she's got on it. Okay. $1. I keep saying it, but it's like, this is what I'm looking for $1. Or cheap. The last thing I found for $1, this one kind of blows my mind again too. For $1, y'all. The Ann Arbor Blues and Jazz Festival 1972. Look who's on the cover. Sun Ra. And is that, I was going to say that's Otis Redding, but is that Little Milton? I have to, it's one of those, Otis Rush. I think this is Otis Rush on the cover. With Sun Ra behind him. Are you kidding me? A double album for $1 on the Atlantic label. The Ann Arbor Blues and Jazz Festival. I didn't even look at the records. The records are slightly beat, but for $1, I don't. Yeah, they're beat, but when I saw Sun Ra for $1, even just for the cover alone, sold. Wow. Howlin' Wolf. Now, this is mostly blues, so some of you blues folks will really love this. I like Howlin' Wolf. His voice is amazing, so I can listen to Howlin' Wolf. But I'll tell you what, when I saw Sun Ra, I was saying, holy shit. And yeah, this is mostly blues, but the last track on the album is Sun Ra. Junior Walker and the All-Stars are on here too. So this is what I found today for $1. That's my kind of bargain hunting.